all these tanks bunched. So here comes an aardvark, which didn't drop anything. Odd. Strange. My stuff is already out of ammunition, so I'm sending in more! The force that holds the pass has arrived. Mirages are out there. Here comes some aircraft. That's when our friend there discovers, well, there's a lot of anti-aircraft over there because he lost half his air force. Boom. Ah, yes, Sea Harriers come. And then Sea Harriers go down. I'm not sure if at this point Jerry's quit, because I eventually get all these things and just keep sending supply truck after supply truck after supply truck. Eventually I realize that these guys have died, kind of. Got chieftains and stuff in there. T-55s are there. I've got infantry in here. I've got more infantry coming into the woods, because these woods are important on this map. That central hill. I knew they were there, so I set everything on fire. Seemed like a good idea. Boom. I was a little bit worried for a while, but they never actually did a major thing over there trying to outflank our anti-aircraft, which was handy. Now they're trying to force their way back through town again. Jester's sending napalm bombers out. Sheridan's trying to go through that way. And he manages to napalm a very large portion of their force right there. Tomcats. What stuff is this? Oh, yeah, it's mine. Running in the wrong direction. Because I went to grab these guys by double-clicking on them real quick and got all my infantry here of the same type, and it decided to move through, and it was like, no! So here come my guys. Again. And this town just becomes a graveyard. So much stuff. Here come theirs. Their tanks. There's some Challengers in there. T-55s go back in. I eventually end up getting these things because this guy leaves. Actually, that might be why they're there now. I might already have them, I'm not sure. So more enemy tanks die in the town again. I've got more infantry going into these woods. And more infantry going into the town. Look at all these dead tanks and APCs. This main road through town is completely unusable now. Just tanks of every type. My infantry have shown up over here. Forcing their way through the woods. Jester's tanks don't do too well. On the left, Mediocrity, well, true to his name, hasn't gone very far. But he's holding. Is that Mediocrity's artillery? Nope, orange juice. Orange juice entirely. It's all Orange Juice's stuff. And Jester sends in his close support aircraft. Now this is when they set the town on fire. There wasn't all that much I could do about it. They lost all their bombers. They lose all their bombers a lot here. These guys are heading through, killing the field standard A's. So much stuff dying. Yep, my Cubs are still firing. Oh, that bunch died. Taking out... There's just so much stuff is dying. This is an absolute freaking slaughter fest. My infantry come around this way and take out the chieftains I got up on this hill here. They put cluster munitions on my infantry. Note to everybody, cluster munitions do diddly squat against infantry. About this time I've noticed that Mediocrity is getting his rear end kicked, and in fact I'm pretty sure he's quit by this point. They're causing a lot of damage to him, but Mediocrity is basically dying. And I only noticed this because at this time I've got his army. Which is unfortunate and kind of annoying. I managed to take the woods in the center pretty handedly, using nothing but really cheap 10-point infantry to do it. More mirages come, more mirages get shot down. It is just an absolute slaughter fest. Jester setting in his T-72s. I set fire to the world over here, hoping to push these guys back, or I certainly succeeded in slowing them down, which was good. Orange Juice has been doing very well this entire time. I got someone's artillery at some point too and didn't notice it, but I was too busy doing everything else I didn't even use it anyway. Who's this? Oh yes, I'm deploying a bunch of helicopters to counter this force here. And my plan is to just punch it down using helicopters. Giant helicopter assault. Orange Juice is sending helicopters around the flanks. My infantry is currently sitting outside of the town, which is very good. But Jester brings in his own infantry. There go all the Eagles. Just all of a sudden, I'm sitting there going, wow, we got a lot of anti-aircraft there, because I got it all. So, a bunch of those go in. That was a good position to put it all in. Granted, now people know that people put anti-aircraft there, but that is a good position for it. Because it's in the center of the map, which means if they go deploy any aircraft to your side, there's a very good chance they're going to go around here, either when they're circling or when they're traveling directly over. Very good chance they'll be there. And over here they decided to try to move over and send infantry. But the infantry got intercepted by my infantry. And just slaughtered. Boom. They just got completely slaughtered right there. Some of my infantry come over here and try to take out some of those chieftains, which they succeed, and then they run out of rockets. And the battle is slowing down for the moment. So that's why they're going over there. Okay. And now they're sending a bunch of stuff again. Uh-oh. Wow, Jester actually has good tanks. They're starting to send a bunch of stuff again. You can see the massive wave of infantry they're sending. Which are probably all reservists. And I've got my helicopter wave coming in here. Wasn't aware that these guys were coming this way and realized it a bit too late. Send in some more infantry to finish taking out the chieftains. For most of the early part of the game, other than my initial tank rush, I deployed a lot of infantry. And then anti-aircraft, lots of anti-aircraft, which keeps running out of ammunition. Here come the Mirages. They're fighters. Now the helicopter assault's beginning. And dies. Then the Falcons get set on fire. It eats up the enemy supplies. We're setting the world on fire. I'm getting around 9 to 10 frames per second right now because there's just so much going on. These guys are firing. 24 minutes. Yeah, they had a surprising. Expectedly good anti-aircraft defense setup, but this really does put a damper on their attacks and their preparations, as it makes their life utterly miserable. It takes a lot of their anti-aircraft as well. We're here. Oh my god. That doesn't help. We see a lot of their stuff, so we just start bombarding it with, yeah, it's all reservists, with artillery. And this point, the game is threatening to drop everybody. Everyone had errors going, you're lagging because of performance issues. There were several points like that in this game, just everyone lagging from performance issues. You can tell, it is barely moving, it is jumping, it is choppy, it is just nightmarishly bad. Some of them joined in over there, and here come some of my bombers. Because I've got all this infantry there. And I know it's there because I saw the truck, so I just set it all on fire. All that infantry they brought in was for naught. As the game is just lagging. It's too much for Quaff. He's dropped from performance issues. Now my descents are moving in. As these guys try to come down thinking, oh, that's going to be all that he's got. Well, no. so many reservists dead in a sea of fire. Simon sends in his tanks. He sends in... I'm not sure... Oh, I'm sending in some of those tanks. Because I got Vern's gear when he dropped. They try to attack into the town, and my PT-76s see them doing it, and go in there and start firing. They don't really... They take out a lot of it, but don't really stop it. What stops it is kind of bad. Taking out the scorpions with fire. And these guys can take them out because of the size of that machine gun. And there they go. We're here, we're forcing our way through again. My salamander rakes up so many kills right here, it's not even funny. And then he dies. It's just a sea of dead things. And they drop all that in there. We got some T-34s coming, because why not? Oh, I lost a bunch of helicopters there. Oh well. And then they run into that. They start circling around the anti-aircraft. I love it when they do that. T-76s are attacking rapiers now over here. They get pretty much their pants owned, but... oh well. They're making them use ammunition to do it. Shot to bits. Bad use of these T-55 AMBs, but oh well, they're not mine. Is the Abrams actually... the Abrams is out of ammo. This is what's handy, because we can just keep shoving stuff at them. They actually run out of ammunition because there's too many tanks for them to take on.